أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين وخاتم النبيين أحمد مجتبى أبي قاسم محمد مصطفى وعلى الطيبين الطاهرين. صلى الله عليك يا سيدي يا مولاي يا رسول الله. صلى الله عليك يا يا مولاي يا عبد الله. يا رحمة الله واسعة ويا بابا نجاة فليت نكون معكم سادتي. فنفوذا فوضا عادي إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. What do we get out of the event of Karbala, or the events that came before this massacre of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and his family members and friends? We see that there are many things in which we could draw from this tragedy. One of the things in which we could draw from it is how we deal with people. You say, well, how do we see how we deal with people? We see that some people are two types of ways. The real way they are and the way they want you to be, or what they want you to see. But sometimes this way that they want you to see is not the correct way. It's a way that is deceiving to the person that they are showing this to. They want this person in some way to think that they are this way, so that they can influence them towards something in their favor. We find that this could be called something of deceit. In Islam, we find that deceit is not permissible. We cannot deceive people, regardless if the person is Muslim or non-Muslim. Because you find some people, they say, well, hey, you know, there's people, they're not Muslim. We can deceive them, it's no problem. Right? It's no problem. We can just, you know, tell them anything. We can sell them things, don't be honest, have them thinking this way. But on actuality, no. If we cannot deceive a believer, we definitely cannot deceive a non-believer. So when it comes down to deceit, treachery, or anything to that order, as Muslims, we are not allowed to even go towards that. So we find some people, they go to certain places, they pose as something else to try to get people to think that they're this way and try to influence them to come towards that. And do you think that's correct? No. It is almost like, for instance, it said, I'm a used car salesman. I sell used cars. And you see this nice BMW 2003 BMW. I tell you, this car right here, it is very perfect. It's no problems. I promise you that if you take it off the lot right now, it would drive 10,000 with no problems. But I said, but wait. When you sign this contract, there is no back seats. Right? You see a lot of times when you go buy a car, they say, no, this car is good. And then when you look at the fine print, as is. Soon as you drive down the street, the car breaks down, the engine falls out the bottom. As Muslims, we know that we cannot deceive. If something is wrong with this car, we have to tell them, well, look, I don't think the engine is screwed on tight. There's a high possibility that when you drive down the street, the engine may fall out the bottom. Right? This is what it is. It's how we have to be honest. We have to not to deceive people. We find that people deceive people so they can get benefit in that. We also find out that people deceive people just so they could do other things. For instance, I go in a masjid and I say, oh man, I see everybody, they're not praying together during the month of Ramadan. So what's I'm going to do? I'm going to say everybody should pray together on this time and I'm going to make up a prayer. Because I think this is something in which I could bring people together. Just saying if I was to do that. In our mind, we said this is a good thing. To tell them something that Rasulullah might have said, when all actuality he didn't say it, to bring the people together, to have some type of innovation in the religion, just so we can make the people more religious. So what we do, we deceive the people. And not only do we deceive them, we also lie to them as well. It's like a double whammy of sins, right? The whammy of deceiving the people and then we lie. MashaAllah. Of course, we don't do these type of things. We are believers, alhamdulillah. We don't deceive people, right? We don't tell people that we're this way and all actuality we're not. We don't tell people this is how it go and all actuality it don't. We should find that deceitful people, treacherous people, evil-doing people, they are not going to be in paradise at all. They're not going to be in a place in which rivers that flow, with mountains or what you call those mansions that are built. No. Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali alayhi salam, he said, if evil doing and treachery was not in the fire, I would be the best at this type of work. Here it is, he's telling you that to be a deceitful person, that there is no other place but the hellfire. You're not going to Florida on a nice warm day if you do this type of thing. This is not a vacation. I'm saying, oh, where you going after doing some deceit? Oh, I'm going to Palm Beach. No. Even though the heat may feel the same, but this is something different. You eventually can leave Palm Beach, but you cannot leave the hellfire. No. But we find that people deceive people because of these things. Just to try to make them come towards their way. It's like you'll never get caught in deceiving, you know. When you deceive people, like eventually this person's not going to know that you deceived them. They're not going to know. Something's going to show that. Or people are going to see that. We give an example of this, which is a pretty good example on how when somebody tried to influence someone to deceive someone. But the answer which was given was so great. Because like everything, people watch what we're doing. People may not say it. People watch. People look at you. They don't say anything. They say, oh, look at this. Oh, this is very interesting. Oh, did you see that? Anybody see this? Oh, no, I didn't see this. Everybody else saw this. Oh, but I've seen it. But eventually everybody sees this. So they say that when Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, he took caliphate, someone came to him and said, you should allow Muawiyah to stay as the governor of Shams. But look what he said. Until the caliphate gets strength. We can imagine what the Imam said, right? He didn't say, well, that might be a good idea. Let's keep Muawiyah there. You know, he's all right guy once in a while. Maybe he's okay. We should keep him there because he's doing a good job. The Imam, he said, no. He said, this will show that at one time I accepted him and then all of a sudden I don't. I do not want to deceive the people by saying that I accept this type of person. To try to gain strength. We see this in politics and everything around us. We say, oh, we keep this person around us because this person will show us some type of strength, and once we finish using this person, we kick him off into the curb. Right? We deceive the people by having the people thinking that we are their friends, that they are sincere advisors. We find that this type of deceit is not not something that is new. We looked from the very beginning. When the shaitan, he approached Adam alayhi salam, what did he do? How did he say to him? He came to him as some type of sincere advisor. Right? He just tried to deceive Prophet Adam. He didn't come to say, hey, look, Adam, I got an idea. Just go over there. You know it's not right, but I'm telling you, you should just still go over there. No! He came to him in a deceitful way. So in turn, we find that as we all, not us, but those who practice deceit, they follow in the footsteps of the shaitan. And it's not something that was just then. It is also today. And it will be on until the day of judgment that people will try to deceive others, to try to persuade them to come towards them with the force. So, you know, you think that people think can really get away with that. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't see that they're deceiving people. Like, you know, Allah don't see them deceiving these people. Yeah. Allah, man, you want to see it? It's, you know, it's almost like the story I remember when I was a child. There was the story about when the teacher told the three kids to go slaughter a chicken wherever you cannot find a law. One went somewhere and slaughtered, the other went somewhere and slaughtered, the other one came back with the chicken. He said, hey, wait, why you didn't slaughter the chicken? He said, everywhere I went, I couldn't hide from the law. But we think as though we could do things like we could hide from Allah. And Allah subhanahu does not see what we are doing. Like he has no knowledge about the deceit in which we try to portray upon others. But this deceit also backfires on us. You think that we're going to win when we deceive, that it's not going to backfire? This is the problem with people that have these strange ideologies that they could do things and get over with it. Like it's no problem. You know, you find, it was a good story too. It was like, it was found Ibn Jawzi book. He had a nice story about an instance of a person trying to deceive somebody and came back and bit him really hard. This person was very famous guy. His name was Abu Hanifa. And it said that this man, he came to him and he said, I want to marry this girl. For some reason, all these stories start with a guy want to marry a girl. They always start like this. I never understand like this, right? And the next part he said, but the family don't want me. That's the second part, because basically that's how it starts also. Because I am poor. Right? He said, because I'm poor. So the family don't want me because I'm poor. So Abu Hanifa, he said to him, sell me a certain item for 12,000 dinars. Now if you're noticing this, he said a certain item. He didn't say what it was. The guy was like, no, because there was no item to sell. He said, go to the family and said that Abu Hanifa, he knows your situation. Now we already see that this story is going on really bad now, right? It's not, this story is not like you get the girl, you marry the girl, and you live happily ever after. No, this is not starting off right. You starting out with deceiving this person. Right? So when the people that came to Abu Hanifa, the family of this certain girl, and he said he had a certain item that I offered to buy for him for 12,000 dinars, but he refused, the people were satisfied. It's like you go, a person comes to you and said, oh Malana, how is such and such for my daughter? And Malana said, oh mashallah, he's a good brother. Oh mashallah, she's a good sister. Knowing that they're not good people. The person goes, he's going to listen to Malana. He's going to marry his daughter to this person. But once they married the girl unto this man, she found out that this man was poor. Very poor. Extremely poor. The word that they used was a pauper. Like below poverty line. He was really poor. He couldn't buy her a diamond ring probably. You might get one diamond rings and stuff like that. Now you can't get them that, they'd be very upset with you. So they said that one day a girl came to him because he had never seen, Abu Hanifa had never seen this girl in which he tried to get married to this person. So they said that this girl, she came to him, Abu Hanifa, she fixed herself up, looking very pretty, looking very nice. This is the hadith, this is not what I'm saying, because of this disclaimer, I just want you to know, like, oh, Malani is saying that the girl looked very nice. No, this is what the story is saying, just making sure that y'all know this is what it's saying. So that she came and she was looking very nice because she fixed herself up. She went to him and said, oh, Abu Hanifa, my father, every time a person comes to try to marry me, he tells the man that I'm blind and crippled. That's what the father said. Oh, my daughter's blind and crippled. He said, well, who is your father? He said, it's such and such grocer. The first thing you do is that he's going to say that I'm blind and crippled and he will not allow me to marry anyone. So he said, don't worry. So he went down to the grocer. He said, I want to marry your daughter. The man, he said, my daughter, she's blind and she's crippled. So now he heard what the girl said. He said, oh, he's just playing. He says it to everybody, right? That she's blind and crippled. He said, I don't care. I'll marry her. They said he married her just like that. So the man was going to bring the daughter to bring to his, married to the Shaykh and everything that he wanted. So he said, the man, he got his daughter, he got the wheelbarrow, he put her in the wheelbarrow, he brought her over to the house. They said when Abu Hanifa, he saw that the woman was really blind and crippled, he pronounced the divorce 3 times. They said, talak, 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 it was all over. So he was wondering what happened. So that same girl that came before, she said, you remember what you did when you told my parents about this? Tit for tat, I'm paying you back for what you did to me. Ain't that something? We think that when we try to deceive people, it will not come back to us. That it will come back to us even harder than what it was that we set out for. Just like when it happened to the Imam, not the Imam, but this scholar guy. He said that he thought that the man was lying. For actuality, he was getting a taste of his own medicine. That when you deceive, the deception comes back on you. This is exactly what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said. Because somebody asked him, what is the way of salvation on the day of judgment? He says salvation is do not try to deceive Allah. Do not try to deceive Allah. Lest you yourself, it will be turned upon you. Or the deception will be turned upon you. And a plain example of this, that it will be turned upon you if you try to deceive Allah. Then it goes on and said that, and then if you try to deceive Allah Azza, that Allah Azza will take away the faith from you. He will take your iman away from you. Because we see that those who deceive or try to deceive, they don't have no faith. They only thinking about themselves. That's it. To deceive. This is not something that's permissible for us to do. As Muslims, from a very young age, we must teach our children to be honest, not to deceive. To be upright, good people. Because deception is not good at all. Because when you deceive, as you see Allah, He takes away the faith of the person. And we should know that one of the worst things in which can happen to a believer is that they lose their faith. That is one of the worst things that can happen to you. You lose your faith. People say, oh, really? I thought if I lose $100 now, this is probably the worst thing. No! That's for the regular people. But for a believer, to lose faith, it's horrible. It's the worst thing, the worst loss in which you can have. There's no other loss greater than that. Imagine going through life, and then you have no more faith in the laws. We see that some people, they go through this, they have this. But we never wonder what might have drew them to this. Is it maybe they try to deceive Allah with each other? Maybe maybe they try to deceive themselves. Maybe they try to deceive the people. You never look at these type of things. No. But the deception is something which we stay away from. You know, like always, you have to have stories to talk about, to prove these things on how people deceive and how people try to do things to benefit. Like I was saying previously, Pearson was trying to do something to try to bring people towards them, to try to make something, people do things. Like just imagine, for instance, right? I have something and I want to sell it, right? And I go to you and I say, please, brother, can you tell the people about this certain item in which I have? But when you go towards the people, you tell them something, but then also you, I said, inflate the truth. Is this deception? Yes. This is going on also. They said one time when a certain companion, I'm not going to say he was the governor of Medina, and it said that this man, he had onions, because he said that he heard that the onions, and there's no onions in Medina. I think it was Mecca. So he said, I spent all I had to get these onions, and I need to sell them. So this person, he said to this man, he said, okay, I want you on Friday to be at this place at this time. I already know we're starting out not good now. He's saying be at this place at this time. So when he got on the minbar, he said to the people, I heard Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam say, that if you eat the onions for akar, that on Friday that you will go to paradise. Wait a minute, eat onions on Friday, right? And you're going to go to paradise that day, right? So imagine the first thing you would say, where are these onions? They said that the people rushed towards this place and they brought out this man within an hour. Brought all his onions. Yeah, is this correct? What he did. This person thought by deceiving the people that he was doing a good favor. We have to understand in Islam, you cannot connect a bad with a good. You cannot say, I want to do bad, but the outcome is good. We cannot be like Robin Hood. We cannot steal from the poor and give to the rich. This person thought that what he was doing was right. But not only what he did was wrong, he also lied on Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and said that he said this. And we find that people like him, if you deceive, if you break covenants, or whatever it is that they said that these people should be in the hell. This is not what I said, this is what he said that. And these people, they just play deceit. They break contracts. And all these type of things, these people should be in the hell fire. There's no other place that those who deceive go. So when we find out and we look at every situation on how people deal with one another, we know that we have to be upright and honest with one another, and that we should not deceive them or try to bring them towards us because we feel that we're going to be benefited if we deceive them in the matter. Because in every relationship, regardless of what it is, once the person finds out that you have deceived him or her, it is very hurtful. They say, how can you do this? I trusted you. I believed you. But yet you said this to me. You had me believing this, but it is not true. What type of person are you? What type of friend are you? I can't believe you did this to me. Please get away from me. I don't want nothing to do with you. This is not a real person. Please get out of my way. That's normally how it sounds, right? This is what you say to people that do these things. They deceive you. No real relationship with a human being can add up to these type of things that is not truthful or with deceit. You know, when you analyze or you think about the whole situation of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, we look at everything on how that the people of Kufa, they understood the situation of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and how they wrote to the Imam, saying to the Imam, we need him to come. It's very interesting. And then all of a sudden, so many letters start to pour in to the Imam, to try to get the Imam to leave a place where he was comfortable at, to come towards them. So much so that they actually sent someone there to speak to the Imam, to persuade the Imam to come to Kufa. Oh, come to Kufa. It is a good place. You should come, Imam. We need you there. So they said, and as we recollect the story, how when the person came from Kufa, and the Imam said, I'm going to bring my trusted person, Muslim, Ibn Aqil. He's going to go and he's going to tell me if it is okay. Remember how this went. Before Muslim went, the Imam said to him, you are a great warrior. We do not want the people thinking that you're going there to fight with them. The Imam did not want him to deceive the people or think that he's deceiving the people. Because people might have saw him there and think that, oh, he's coming for this, but oh, why he's like this? He's coming to deceive us. You know how people think. So he said, for you to bring your two sons so people know that you're not here to fight us. Because anybody that's going towards something and they have their close relatives, you know that there's not going to be any problems. We see this with any problems. Because no one was to bring their family along and hurt them in any way. So we find that Muslim Ibn Aqil, he goes with his sons towards Kufa in a hot sun. The unbearable travel there. And when he get there, the people was, yes, we're happy you're here. But all of a sudden, when this person heard that Muslim Ibn Aqil was there, and how the people was ready to uprise, how he wanted to smash everything. How that one governor that was in Kufa that was supposed to be, even though he was with the opposite people, that he was a moderate on the low, as they may say. How they took him out of the position and put someone there that was far worse than him. Just think about this. As how that all these people that said that they was with him, all of a sudden turned their back. Oh, we are with Imam Hussein, we are with you. We're going to fight for you, we're going to die for you. We're going to be with you. But then when it gets hard for them, they turn away from the Imam. Because by turning away from Muslim Ibn Aqil, who was his representatives, turn away from the Imam. Right? He came there to represent the Imam, to see if it's okay so the Imam could come and administer what they wanted him to administer, to be the Imam, to teach them. So much so that Muslim Ibn Aqil, he had to go in hiding from these people. He had to hide from these people. As we think about this, do we see these people as being deceitful? How do we see these people? Because in our heart, we know if we're willing to die for Imam Hussein or not. We know already. We know we just probably just saying it with this and just trying to deceive the others. We know what we will do beforehand. You know this. So we see that as home to home he goes towards, they're in search of him. They put Hani in jail. They put this person in jail. They got him roaming out into the desert so he won't get anybody hurt, his children or someone else. Until one day he started walking, he saw this lady. And the lady gave him water and told him that he can stay the night with her. But then now we see treachery come upon. When the son of hers, who wasn't a good person, heard that he was there and that they would have some type of looking for him, and he thought they could get some type of reward, what did he do? He went and he turned them in. He told the people that Muslim Ibn Aqil is here, thinking that he could get some type of reward, not thinking that the reward in which you're going to get is one you do not like. Let's think for a moment. Which person are we? Are we the one that's honey, or are we the one who turns them in? Are we the one that play like we are with them, or are we the one that's not with them? Is our heart really, really, really meant to die for Imam Hussein, or is just our mouth? Are we the ones who really want the Imam to come, or are we just saying we just want him to come? Which one are we? Are we the deceiving people that's going to end up in the hellfire, or are we those that's going to die for Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam? Which one are we? We see that once they told that he was there, that thousands of people came and they surrounded the house. You know that they had no good intentions with that many people for one person. There's nowhere in the world there's good intentions with that many people. Because the order was to kill Muslim, not to take him alive, but to kill him. These people want to smash Ahlul Bayt. They want to smother the fire that runs from their hearts. So we see that Muslim ibn Aqil, he came out, he fought, till he could not fight anymore. We find that Muslim knew that he was about to be killed. He knew that he would not see his beloved Imam Hussein alayhi salam no more. He knew that this was going to be the last time when he left Medina that he would see his Imam. He would see like when he was brought up upon the roof. He told the guy, I had 3 last and final requests. He said, one of them all were dead. Can you please sell my sword and my armor to repay that debt? The second one is that please make sure you bury me as a Muslim. The third one is please tell my Imam not to come to Kufa. And we find that this person was so evil that he said, I will only grant one, the first one, and I'm not going to grant the second two. He refused to bear him as a Muslim. He refused to allow Imam Hussein not to come towards this way. Then he proceeded to push him or to throw him off the roof. Just imagine now when the Imam Hussein alayhi salam, they said that when he went to tell Ruqayya about her father's death, how this young girl was so sad, and the Imam said, I am here for you. Because we know that the first love in which a girl has is her father. So when he came to his daughter and told her how Muslim ibn Aqil, he went away and he fought and he lost his life feasibly Allah by the tyrant people. Just imagine if we had to explain ourselves or explain to someone who went that way for the Imam. We also think on how this all happened. This is because of who Imam Hussein alayhi salam is. the jealousy, the hatred in which they had towards the Imam. They wanted to crush Ahlul Bayt. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله محمد وعلى الطاهرين.
दिल है बेचैन शाह खुदा का, दिल है बेचैन शाह खुदा का, हो रहा है सफर करबला का, क़स्द है वासे मुल्क के जबका का, क़स्द है वासे मुल्क के बका का, हो रहा है सफर करबला का, जमा है गिर्द अहले मदीना, चाक है गम से हर एक का सीना, शाह देते हैं सब को दिलासा, शाह देते हैं सब को दिलासा, हो रहा है सफर करबला का, सबसे रो रो के कहते हैं हज़रात, अब यही है खुदा की मशीयत, खुद से छुटता है ना का रोज़ा, खुद से छुटता है ना का रोज़ा, हो रहा है सफर करबला। भाइया पास तुम वाले, आओ पानी तुम्हारे हवाले, भाइया पास तुम वाले, आओ पानी तुम्हारे हवाले, साथ मासूम बच्चों का होगा, साथ मासूम बच्चों का होगा, हो रहा है सफर करबला का, जाके ज़हरा को समझाओ भाई, कर दो दीवार गम की रिहाई, साथ चलना है दुश्वार उसका, साथ चलना है दुश्वार उसका, हो रहा है सफर करबला का, कहियो बेटी तुझे क्या खबर है, रास्ता हर कदम खुरकदर है, कहियो बेटी तुझे क्या खबर है, रास्ता हर कदम खुरकदर है, सामना अब है दस्ते बला का, सामना अब है दस्ते बला का, हो रहा है सफर करबला का, साथ है खाइशा बरका जानी, अब यही है हसन की निशानी।